In the age of digital arson and digital theft, what we are witnessing today is a systematic breaching of conversational norms. We see selective editing in social media manipulation, and wherein people usually edit deliberately, bigger, longer lectures of public personalities, religious authorities and religious leaders to snowball the 10-second clip or a 1-minute clip into a major controversy. This is very much possible today, and this is a deepfake era already, but we need to understand this, what we call the epidemic of decontextualization. This has to be understood. If we refer to sociology, we have to understand it in the arena or in the major cover of ethnomethodology. What ethnomethodologist Harold Garfinkel called indexicality. This is very important because every utterance, what he says in indexicality, every utterance derives meaning from its context. That is, whenever and whoever speaks, it's always important who spoke, to whom he spoke, she spoke, for what purpose, when. When manipulators extract a 10-second clip from a 40-minute speech, they deliberately destroy the very indexicality of that, severing words from their situational context. We understand that indexicality is very important to understand a conversation. Before, more than conversation, the context matters in which that conversation is taking place. Therefore, sociologically, this represents epistemic violence today. This is purely the weaponization of decontextualization for social or political gain, or to harm such personalities, or to target their reputations, or to raise controversies, to create disorder in the society. The edited clip becomes what Jean Baudrillard termed as simulacrum, a copy from without an original. When the copy becomes more original or appears more original than the original itself, or when there is no original, and in such cases wherein controversies are created deliberately out of editing of particular lectures, or taking small clips and uploading that on social media with purpose simply to create chaos. The edited clips becomes the very simulacrum, as I said, but this is purely how ethnomethodology reveals how we make sense through repair mechanisms, filling gaps, assuming coherence, trusting frames. Social media exploiters hijack these sense-making practices. They provide the frame, they create outrage, blasphemy, offense before you see the clip, priming your interpretation. This is something what is happening today, and we need to be very aware of such practices, such criminal practices. The tragedy, what Erving Goffman called framing analysis or frame analysis, is simply our ability to distinguish literal from ironic, serious from performative, collapses in a smaller time. We become complicit in our own manipulation, unable to perform that ethnomethodological work of understanding something very comprehensively and within that context. We need to, therefore, for everything we get to see on social media, we need to refer to the context. We need to be aware of the context. We need to restore that very context. This isn't misinformation. It is the industrialization of misunderstanding, and it corrodes the intersubjective grounds democracy requires today, because such people usually feed on such controversies, or they target personalities simply by distorting the indexicality. Garfinkel's indexicality in transition societies is very, very relevant today, because assuming things or creating controversy out of the blue, the very answer or the very counter to that is understanding the indexicality, understanding the context before the words are uttered, where the words are uttered, who is uttering those words, whom is he or she addressing. It's very important. That's why I urge the students of sociology to relate such daily practices or everyday life or everyday controversies and understand those controversies within the sociological framework. Thank you.